Alright, we are in Las Cruces, New Mexico at the old Santa Fe Depot, which is now their museum. And we'll take a look. Interesting bit of information about this location. There's a line, this line goes down to El Paso, but there's another line that went out to Deming. When it got to Deming, it met the Southern Pacific, and that was the second transcontinental railroad after the one up through the Central Pacific and Southern Pacific, creating competition with the Southern Pacific. Oh, I obviously got close to his little perch, but as you can see, this is the depot. These are still active tracks over here. There's the yard. That's Cruces, New Mexico. Let's see what they got here. Is that the waiting room? Alright. And then eventually the A&P was built. You know, I wonder if that Coffeyville is Coffeyville, Kansas. It'd be interesting to see if that's where these all bricks came from. I'll have to look that up. So, once the A&P was built, the Santa Fe traffic obviously started using the A&P to California. But for a period of time, this was the Deming was the interchange, but they became, you know, there's a long history between the Southern Pacific and the Santa Fe, which brings you to wonder why they ever contemplated merging in the 80s. So anyway, so the line to El Paso still exists. The line out to Deming is a small railroad, class 2 or whatever. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I have to look that up. So that's, you know, that line is still in service. It said on the BNSF site it has intermodal, which is kind of interesting. Obviously El Paso is a big UP-net town now. It used to be a SP town. Texas and Pacific, Southern Pacific, El Paso Southwestern. 1910, interesting. And it's closed on Sunday, but I'm here pretty early in the day, so let's see what this shows. Alright. Huh. Interesting, Smithsonian. Alright, we'll go look at that caboose in a couple minutes. Okay, we're in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and this is, well, it chose to be caboose 14327, and it is maybe a Q caboose. I'm not sure. I'm sure they did their historical research. Now, the interesting point I want to say is that this is not that caboose. No, it's not, because it's a different caboose. So they just used a different picture. I got it. But this is a CB&Q caboose. Wound up somehow down in Lubbock, Texas. Probably on the Fort Worth and Denver. I'm not sure. But it's pretty nice looking caboose. It's protected, which is great. I wish they would do that more with some of the other cabooses that are out there. Obviously it's still exposed to some weather, but it's not exposed to direct sunlight and heat. So that's the CB&Q 14327, and I'm sure it's searchable. And there's the Las Cruces sign. Tracks.